Alright. Before I really begin explaining what this is for, I just want to let you all know that this is not easy to make. Being a fan of this game and being an active member of the community, it is not that easy to describe everything that needs to be addressed right now. So if I stutter or something doesn't make sense, it's because I really don't know how to put it, because I love this game. I love the game. I love a lot of the people in it, the creator, but the people who are inside of the community, if that makes sense, they make it really hard to actually enjoy the game itself, especially as an active player of it. Because it's like when you like something, but somebody else tries to move you away from it, is what I'm trying to get at. And I just want to address this problem because it's getting really bad, to the point where I don't really enjoy playing the game as much because there's people ruining it, not just for me, but other people, and even the creator of the game itself, because the creator loves the game, and I know they like making the game, but when you have people who beg and they demand for things to be added, hacking and exploiting the game, it doesn't really make the developer work any faster than they already want to. And most of the updates are being held back due to this problem. It's not generally everyone's fault, it's just a select few of people who don't understand how developing works. They don't understand how they should act inside of the community. And ultimately, it's dragging the game down, and it's becoming a serious problem. So this is why I'm here, to talk about it and to give maybe an explanation or ideas that could possibly fix this problem that we are currently experiencing and have been experiencing since about version 9, 8, maybe even 10. But I hope all of you understand. Please don't get mad at me. This is just me wanting to explain everything, because I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, but I know most of y'all probably don't care. But it's about time something is said about this community. Most people do it privately, but I want to get it out there just to let you all know this isn't some excuse or anything to record or publish a video, because I don't publish regularly or in a schedule or anything. This is genuine. This is a genuine conversation with the community that needs to be addressed. So thank you for listening to what I'm about to say, or what I've already said. It's pretty obvious what I'm about to talk about, but again, thank you all. Alright, so you've all heard what I've said, and I'm just going to make this as clear and easy to understand as possible. I've talked to a few other people that I know most of you already know, like High War. I've talked to Scurbs, Pang. I've talked to Mario YT, Rush. And I think the easiest way to explain this topic is to assign them to their own categories, like hackers, exploiters, then people who beg, and just generally toxic people who slow down the production of the game, and then people outside of classic Sonic Simulator, like people who play Survive the Disasters 2, or just no virus in general, on Twitter. I'm going to separate them into maybe 4 or 5 categories, and the first one that I'm going to start with is just the basic toxic and dirty people in the chat for the game, like Beggars, generally people who make the game annoying, less fun, and I think you get the point. So let's go ahead and start that topic up. So I'm sure most of y'all are familiar with the chat beggars in CSS. They like to beg for characters, things to be added, the basic, like, add this, add that, please make the game better, it sucks right now. Well, while most, like, maybe the game does need some things added, most people do this, try to solve this problem by begging, and begging is not really a good solution, because in the end, all you're doing is putting pressure on the creator, and eventually this pressure builds up, and it just makes it to where the creator doesn't want to develop the game anymore. This pretty much happened after version 10. The creator had to take a break from the game, like developing it, and things weren't being added, and people were wondering why. Well, most of y'all, well, not most of y'all, many of y'all are the reason. Again, I'm not doing this to make anyone mad, but I'm just here to explain why things are happening, why things are slowing down, and just how we can fix it. It's not that hard to fix. You just gotta take your time with the game, let it grow, and then eventually we will profit from it, like, game-wise, mechanical-wise. Like, okay, we want anti-gravity in the game. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that that's something that we want in the game. That can come eventually. You don't have to beg for it. It's not needed, it's just a want. So I know most of the community is younger for this game. Technically speaking, that the game was just rated for everyone. I thought it was already rated for everyone, but apparently now it is. But that means more younger audience will be coming towards the game, and with summer vacation around the corner for most people, I don't see this problem getting fixed anytime soon, and I just see it becoming a bigger mess than it already is. It seems every update, the beggars get worse and worse, and it's because time goes on and more people flood to the game because, I don't know, maybe a content creator, like, records the game and everyone sees it, so they come towards the game, and then they learn a bit about it, and then they're like, hey, this would be cool in the game. They eventually meet the creator, which in this case is Virus. They beg the creator to add this, which, guys, don't do this. It's not going to help anything. If you want your idea added, your best bet is Twitter. I'm not saying go to Twitter and flood it, but a lot of ideas that are added to the game, like Time Attack, trying to think of some other things. Mania Sonic is a hot topic for this game. A lot of these ideas are coming from Twitter, from people like Super Kirby or Pang or Abdel. It doesn't matter what you call them. They have multiple names. It's just more relevant to be kind and helpful about it more than demanding and toxic about it. Because being toxic about it will probably mess up your reputation for the creator if they remember you, and you're better off just being nice, kind, and pretty general about it. Not, yeah, sound like a broken record, but I think pretty much has to be that way at this point because nobody is listening to the helpful tips that we try to bring out inside the game, maybe Discord, Twitter. But this is what this video is for. It's for maybe to help people understand why the game is not the way you want it to be, and just the general ideas and just confirmations I don't even know if that's a word, that you understand it and that you would help us, like, try to make the game in the community better, because the game can't get better if there's no community good enough for it. I hope that is understandable at most, because really needs to happen soon with the rate that this game is going. But I think you all get what I'm trying to go for. Like I said, I don't really know how to put this, but I guess we can move on to our next topic, which is the hackers and the exploiters. Yay, much fun. Alright, time for everyone's favorite topic, and probably the most important one, or at least up there with the most important ones. We got hackers and exploiters. So, this has been a really bad issue the past couple updates, like version 10 and 11, version 11 specifically, with the major exploiters. Like, I'm pretty sure you already know who I'm talking about. It is IU and CSS Dev. We all know they were there to cause problems. At least one of them were. The other one we're not so sure about, but like I said, I was talking to some other people, and we agreed that these people are really not helping our situation with the community at all. Primarily due to the fact that they are trying to access files that do not belong to them and trying to look cool in front of everyone else. This is very bad because this leads to the other topic that I just discussed, beggars. If you hack something into the game, like, say, Ashura Sonic or Sonic.exe, and all those newer players see it, the ones who don't really know how to get those characters, not knowing that they're like event characters or anything, they're going to want those, and they are going to start begging for those characters if they see you using it. So if you've done this in the past and you've quit because you noticed what you've doing, thank you. And please let other people know not to exploit. It's not cool at all. And you can get banned for it by Roblox, not just Virus in general. Virus is typically nice when it comes to bans, and they won't ban you. They will try to patch it out so that you can't do it. But I'm sure there is a point where if you keep doing it, or if you influence other people to do it, you will get in some serious trouble, and I do not recommend exploiting the game at all. Yes, maybe once or twice is cool. Yeah, cool. It's pretty neat to see people do it. Not saying that I enjoy it 100%, but when you keep doing it, and this is for our two special ones, ISIU and CSS Dev, when you guys continue to crash the servers, like, I'm not saying that you do it anymore, I haven't seen y'all doing it, but you guys were doing it too much. It seemed like every time I tried to join the game, you tried to crash it with clones, and this is not good because crashing the server makes it a problem for the creator, because the creator needs the playtime for the game to get better and for the creator to want to update it more, because the more playtime shows that people like the game. And when you're crashing it constantly, so much playtime is lost because people are getting kicked from the game, and it's because you're cloning. Like I said, this is not happening currently, but every update it seems that it happens again, where somebody finds a new exploit script and that isn't patched out or anything, and they will exploit the game, hack it. And this is a big topic. I know a lot of you guys want to do the events like Ashura. Virus was planning on adding not Ashura, Red Sonic and Blue Knuckles were planning on returning in the future. So like, you would be able to get Red Sonic and Blue Knuckles, but at the same time, Virus can't do it, and they said this on Twitter a couple times. They don't want to do it because of exploiters hacking the game. They want the game to be fair for everybody, so that say you spend all the time on the level, the new one being virtual reality, which I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Acts 1 through 4, you have to beat all of the levels to get a Sonic. But this was supposed to be an event last summer, from what I know, and it was never released because of hackers. And hacking is not really cool, especially when you're trying to get an advantage with it. So please don't hack events. Don't hack the game at all, really, but hacking the game is preventing a lot of updates like the events, and if you keep doing it, we're never going to get the Ashura Sonic at all. We're not going to get Red Knuckles back, Blue Knuckles. I don't know if Sonic.exe was ever coming to the game, but I doubt that would come back if you keep hacking. Just don't do it. If you're going to hack, do it in a private server. I don't care. Don't share it with anybody else. Please don't do it in public because it just causes more problems. And I've been in some comment sections where people are saying it's client-sided. Yes, cool. It doesn't hurt the game. Yes, it does, because pretty much all of the game, like the entirety of the game, is client-sided, and the files aren't yours to begin with. So please don't hack. It might not hurt the game in your eyes, but it's slowing down the production, which is hurting the game. Hurting the game indeed. So I think that's all I need to talk about for hacking and exploiting. Don't do it. It can get you in some serious trouble with Roblox or virus. And this isn't just for CSS. This is for any Roblox game. But this video is CSS targeted, so that's why I'm talking about it. So thank you. Please don't do it. Please. We can move on to my next topic, which is, let me see. Drama. Drama is not good at all, so let's start with that, or continue with it. I'm sure a lot of y'all were prepared for this next one, which is drama, like I said. Drama spreaders. Drama spreaders who like to spread negative, they're negative influencers. They spread negative comments, negative feedback. There's a lot of them, and I'm pretty sure you all know who I'm talking about specifically. I don't like to talk bad about friends or things related to friends, but it's not entirely their fault. But I am talking specifically about Tails House. I know most of you guys who play CSS know about Tails House if you've played it for the past couple of months. But there has been a huge problem with this, minor community inside the CSS community. It's pretty much like a community inside of another one. It's Tails House. Tails House made by Tails Forevers. This has been a really interesting topic the past couple of months because a lot has been happening with this group in particularly. And I'm just going to say it. They have been going into other classic Sonic Simulator related groups and spreading this drama, which, guys, that's not cool. We like to keep our communities clean as possible. And when we have I'm going to use my group as an example, Classic Sonic Simulator Community in LFG. This group is specifically for people who want to play with others and maybe want to talk about the game. Specifically, this is not for outsourced drama, but when you bring your drama to our groups and it starts to spread to other groups, it's not cool. And I'm just going to put this out here as well. I'm not sure if this is 100% true, but I feel like you guys are targeting some people. Main two are me and High War, because a lot of the groups that we are in, you guys are spreading that drama to. And one that really got me upset yesterday was the Wega Bros group. There was no reason for y'all to start arguing in that chat. not that you were necessarily arguing, but you were trying to bring the conversation to that group. Mario YT literally made that group like 2 days ago, and there are already Tails House members complaining inside of the group. It wasn't just the Wega Bros group too. It was also Pang's group. That happened like maybe 1 or 2 months ago, where you guys went into there and started arguing. I had Pang ban most of y'all. It's not really cool to spread drama. You guys do it in pretty much all of my groups. Any group that High War is in, and then some others that I don't really talk in. I know that you guys do it, like maybe Anti's group, like Sus. I know you do it in some of his groups, which isn't cool. But and it's not just Roblox groups. Roblox is, like, the groups are the main areas where you're doing it, but you've also spreaded it to inside the game as well, like Classic Sonic Simulator, test servers, and main servers. A lot of the times that I'm in a server, I will see you guys arguing about group-related subjects, and me and Pang were talking about this in a Discord chat, and I'm going to say this publicly now. I think a lot of it is plotted. We don't really believe most of the stuff that you guys are saying, and like I said, I'm not trying to make you guys mad or anything. This is just my ideas and thoughts that I've had on this community, and I'm about to explain how we could fix this problem. One of the problems that this group had was giving owner to random people for no reason. You had co-owners. Just use your co-owners. Don't give owner to somebody else just because you're leaving for 1 or 2 days. Don't do it. I never do it. High War never does it. Peg never does it. And pretty much no other person does it. Just keep your group. And don't spread it to the game, like the main game, because having drama in the server chats are not, like, ideal for the game at all. You're just making the game look bad. Like I said, you're making the community look worse. And if you're going to argue about it, keep it into your, like, DMs or something. It's really annoying when you, like, drag us into it, and we're getting tired of it. But this isn't, like, just centered towards Tails House. It's just the biggest drama target there is at the moment, and it's been going on like this for a couple months now. So I thought I'd say something about it. But just drama in general, if you have something bad to say about somebody, don't say it in the game. If you're really trying to be mean to somebody because you don't like what they're doing and you plan on spreading drama, first off, don't do it at all. Just don't be rude about it. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it. And if you really, really want to, and there's, like, nothing holding you back, everyone wants you to do it, don't do it publicly. It's annoying, nobody likes it, and just please do it in private. Don't bring it to everyone else and drag them into it, because then you're making the problem worse. So I know I sound intense on this topic. That's because I am, and I'm tired of being dragged into this problem. I don't like contributing to it, so I'm wanting to move away from it. And I've said this before, just don't spread drama and leave everyone else out of it. Please. It's making you guys look bad, and it's making the game look bad. Thank you if you're listening to this and you decide to change. That is really what I'm looking forward to, is to see people change from what I'm talking about. That's what this video is for. But now that I've gotten that out of the way, I'm going to move to our next topic, which is some other outside sources, like other virus games and, like, just other communities inside virus games. So yes, let's move to that. Thank you. Outside, like, outer source content for virus games, which I guess you could just say virus games because that's what the group is called for the fans. This is mostly related to other things related to CSS, but aren't exactly the game itself. Specifically, the Virus Games group and what you could do or what you could stop doing in that group. Please, you're annoying Virus and Mina at the same time. It's not cool. It's for Classic Sonic Simulator and Survive the Disasters players. Yes, Survive the Disasters is related to this video because they are part of the problem. So, first things first is I know I've been playing a lot of Survive the Disasters 2 lately, and I have noticed what the Survive the Disasters community thinks about the CSS community. I am a fan of both. I take part in both, so I know exactly how both sides feel. Survive the Disasters, the community is not really happy right now because of, like, say, Roast Sonic. Everyone's getting annoyed that people are just coming to the game for a color swap version of Sonic 1 and Sonic CD Sonic. But please keep your thoughts to yourself. Okay, this Virus made this badge to help support Survive the Disasters because the game really deserves more love than it gets. But you don't have to judge people for getting an event character or like just playing the game for the event character. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Don't make it a problem. And I'm not trying to make anyone mad in the Survive the Disasters community. I really doubt anyone in the Survive the Disasters community cares about this video, since this is mostly targeted towards the CSS side of Virus Games. But both of you guys, like, both of the communities, just leave each other alone. If you want to talk bad about the other, again, do it in private. It's not really something that you want to express inside the game, especially inside the game, because, again, it just makes both games look bad. So if you play a lot of Survive the Disasters, keep that in mind. Same with people who play a lot of Classic Sonic Sim. Next thing for outside sources is the Virus Games group. So most people are in that group for, like, Virus fans and stuff. There is 3 roles. There's one for Virus. There's one, which is the admin role, which is Mina. Don't make them mad, because a lot of you guys like to do that for no reason. And then 3 is just the normal members. So all of you guys have the normal members, and there's no greater person in this group. There is no reason why you should be talking like you're better than other people. I look at the group, I barely speak in it, but I do look at the group, and I know that that group is pure chaos. Yes, pure chaos. That group, I could have included this in the drama topic, but to be honest, this is its own category, because this group specifically targets the creators, because the creators are, well, in it. So Virus isn't really active on the group. It's mostly Mina. They like to moderate the group, and I'm just going to bring up the most popular topic on that group. Ice Cap Zone, stop begging for it. It's never going to get added, and if it does, it's pretty much added just because it's a joke at this point. I think we're on, like, day 38 of not adding Ice Cap Zone. If they really have to do that for 38 days, that means you guys are begging way too much. I don't know if that's the truth. I don't check the group 24/7, but if that's what's actually going on, please don't do it. Continuously begging for stuff to be added. This is like a mixture of all of the topics that I've gone over already, but just don't beg for the stuff to be added, and don't cause drama inside the group because of it. I know a lot of people are hating on each other inside the group because they think they're better than each other. Guess what? You're not. There's only 2 people that are greater than you in that group, and that's the dev and their friend. So please stop being rude in the groups, because the dev is in that group, and if they actually see you doing all the stuff, which they probably do, they're just quiet, they're probably upset with y'all already, but don't intimidate them at all. Don't make them think that you're in charge, because, again, that's just going to slow down production. And just, honestly, every time you guys beg for something to be added, this is like, every time you beg for something to be added, it more than likely won't get added, just because you're taunting them, pretty much, in the group. And I know I sound very subjective in this part, like this topic. That's because I pretty much am, because there's not much to say for this group. It's the same thing all the time. They tell you no, and you continue to do it. So please stop being little punks in the chat in the Virus Games group. Just don't do it. This is, I know a lot of y'all don't care about the group. Most of y'all don't talk into like in it at all. I just look at it to see what people are saying and to see the chaos that grows inside of it. Because if you really look at the group, you're gonna notice there's definitely chaos compared to other parts of the community. So yeah, don't cause group drama, especially in the devs group, and don't get mad at both communities just because of like the character like Rose Sonic. Don't get mad. It's kind of annoying, especially knowing that I'm on both sides, Survive the Disasters and CSS, but there's not much to be said. I'm pretty much repeating myself at this point. Don't do it. It's it's really useless, especially in front of the creators. Yeah, so now I'm going to move on to my next topic, which is Clout Chase. Clout Chase. Very okay, I'm just going to move on. All right, Clout Chase, really common issue with this community. So most of the time, there will be content creators trying to help the game or like record levels for the game, and post them on like YouTube and like Twitter. This is completely fine. Keep doing that. Content creation is always a big part of a game growing because it allows more people to see the game and really know what it's about, like tutorials and stuff. But I know exactly what you guys feel like when you enter a server nowadays. There are clout chasers, people trying to profit from your success, and I know it's annoying. I see it all the time. I can name off some people who get a lot of Clout Chase. I don't know if they're entirely annoyed with it or if they're fine with it, but I'm just gonna name off 3 people. We got High War. We all know High War gets Clout Chase. That's really common thing to see in a server nowadays. Super Kirby. He doesn't get as much as he used to, but he definitely did at one point. Good to know that it's finally calming down. And then he doesn't really play CSS as much, but Blue Television Games. He definitely has been recording the game a lot more, and there are a lot of clout chasers in the game for it now. So this is just not really a too terrible topic, but it is quite annoying at times, especially when you're trying to like relax in a server and then all of a sudden people flood the server because there's a content creator in there. This is, I guess live streams are fine because like they're trying to play with you guys, but if they're in a server by themselves, like minding their own business, 5 times out of 10 they are trying to record a video for something, and if you guys keep interrupting them, it's never going to get finished. This is similar to the issue with developing the game. If you guys keep like clout chasing and trying to like interrupt what they're doing, they're never going to finish their goal, like their video or whatever. This isn't just for YouTube. This is on Twitter too. I see a lot of people trying to get involved with content creators on Twitter, and it's just annoying on our side, like content creators in general. We try to put stuff out for y'all, but we don't like to be swarmed for it. Just let us go at our own pace. Now, there are times when we do like to talk to fans and stuff. Like, I'm sure I know High War loves talking to fans and stuff. He does it all the time. Super Kirby, I'm pretty sure he likes it too. Peng, they don't really talk as much to people that follow them, but I'm sure they're fine with it. Just don't do it. Just don't overdo it. That's what I'm saying. That's pretty much all I really need to talk about for clout chasing. There's not really a big issue, but I thought I'd discuss it anyway because I have seen it before. So, yeah, we can move on think this will be our last main topic, which is just other stuff that aren't really categorized at all, just like some random topics that need to be discussed, like the less major ones, the ones that don't really happen too often, but if when it happens it's quite annoying. So we're going to move on now. Alright, so I know I said that I was going to move on to other uncategorized topics, but I was reminded about role players by High War. Thank you, High War. So role playing, this should be discussed now since the game is rated for everybody. There are a lot of role plays in CSS. I don't know why. It's not really a good game to role play in. Just go to like Polysonic or Sonic Pulse or something. I don't know. But we all know the main role plays that happen inside CSS. Sonic.exe role plays, like Sonic Heroes role plays and all that. I mean, I'm fine with role plays in CSS. Virus doesn't really want roleplay, but they allow it. But Highwar made a good point that now that the game is rated for everybody, you guys need to start making your role plays a bit more kid friendly. I have seen a lot of like really disturbing role plays on that game, and it isn't meaning that it's just like sexual or like any of that related, but like the dark role plays like Sonic.exe, you guys need to tone it down now that the younger audience is allowed to play the game, because we don't want the younger audience getting into that kind of stuff at a young age. It's not really that ideal, especially depending on how they're raised. We don't know how they're raised. We don't know if their parents are fine with that or not. So please keep an eye on, or try to monitor yourself when you're role playing. I know a lot of y'all who roleplay are younger and don't really know better, and you guys just do it because you think it's fun, but if you guys are watching this, please take note that roleplaying could end up being very serious, taken in the wrong direction. So just, if I were to recommend anything, I'd recommend roleplaying in a private server if you're going to roleplay in CSS, but if you're going to do it publicly, just, like I'm repeating myself, just don't make it dark, don't make it sexual. Make sure it follows Roblox. Make sure it's safe. We don't want the younger audience getting into terrible stuff. So thank you, High War, for reminding me of that, and thank you for listening to this if you did. Alright, now we will move on to uncategorized topics. Alright, it's time for the uncategorized topics for this video. This will be the last topic for this video. If you're still listening to this, I thank you for this. It means a lot because I am putting a lot of effort into this with all these topics that need to be addressed and stuff. It just means a lot, but I think one of the first topics for like the categorized is bullying. There is not typically too much bullying. I've already said drama and like Beggars and stuff, but that's not really bullying. That's just bullying. We all know what bullying is. It's being mean to another person constantly for no reason. Most of the times it's because you have your own problems that you don't want to solve like a normal respective person. But if you're bullying somebody, I haven't seen that much bullying on the game. I know a lot of people do it on Roblox, but CSS is actually pretty fine with bullying. Now, I could give some ideas of to what people bullying on CSS would look like. And this isn't just to tell you to stop bullying, it's to tell you if you see somebody bullying, you should help and stop it. Like, say somebody is making fun of the other person because their levels are bad, and they're telling everybody not to play them because they're bad. Even if the levels are bad, it's better to just help the person getting insulted, because there's no reason to insult the person for a bad level. If anything, you could just rate the level like a low level and just say that, but don't get like too into detail with it. If anything, just like don't say anything at all. If you don't like the level, then okay, you don't like the level. Just keep it to yourself. Like I said, there's not much bullying on the game, so that's pretty much it for that topic. Anything else? This is a constant one. I guess you could consider this part of bullying. It's like hating people for what they like. Most of the times it's like a furry inside the chat. I mean, if they're a furry, that's completely fine. You don't have to hate on them. Never really understood why people hate people for their religions and stuff. Religions, their race, their beliefs, politics, whatever. I don't know why you be talking about politics besides those U.S. politic bots that were in the CSS chat that one time. Pretty funny. But just don't. It's not really cool to discriminate. It's just, Now, if you were to keep doing it, it would lead over to the previous bullying topic, but just don't do it. Next thing is to stop stealing levels. Stealing levels is not that cool. I mean, imagine you're somebody who spends so much work on a level, and then somebody like straight up copies it. How would you feel? Would you like that at all? Now, this doesn't mean you can't take inspiration from levels. Like, I take inspiration from other people all the time, like with level ideas, level design ideas, but I don't straight up copy their like level design and put it into my level. That's not what I do. Inspiration is always the key to a successful like level design. Like, I know all of you have taken inspiration at one point, and everyone does, but just don't straight up copy a level and call it your own. This goes for content creation as well, like on YouTube. This is just like another Clout Chase part. It's just a mixture of topics. Trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, I've pretty much gone over all the most important things, but other than that, I don't really see anything wrong with the community, and like outside of those. If anything, I'll probably add like another clip or like voice clip of me. If Hyrule can remind me of something, because he is helping me a lot right now. Same with Pang, they're both listening to these before I publish them, so thank you to both of y'all. So that's pretty much it, and now we can move on to the next section of this video, my favorite part. Let's go. Alright, this is my favorite part of this video. This will be shoutouts to some special people who helped and generally just help make the CSS community better by either uploading good content or they're just generally there to help the game grow. So I'm going to start listing off some people that I think deserve some shoutouts for their immense help with this game and community. Not just me, like not just towards me, but towards the game itself, and just, yeah. So the first one is Hywar. He helped me make this video. He's really nice and kind, really makes good content, always there to help. I mean, we're all pretty aware that he's pretty much the nicest guy in this game, so thank you, Hywar, for everything. Next is Scurbs. Really cool, funny guy. Likes to upload a bunch of content, make cool stuff for the game. Also, likes to help too. I mean, we always need that funny person in our communities, so thank you, Scurbs, for that too. Next is Pang. Pang, you're a really good concept idea maker, whatever you want to call it, for this game. Really helpful on Twitter. You're also very helpful for other projects and stuff. I want to thank you as well. The next person is Rush. You're not always online and like doing everything. I don't really know how to explain. You're not as active as everyone else, but you are definitely a funny guy and you are very fun to hang out with. I appreciate it. Mario, YT, Wega, whatever you want to call yourself. You are also very funny, and I enjoy hanging out with you. Very nice to talk. You have some good concept and sprite works. I really like them. And generally, you past couple people, you have all like really helped me with making this, so I appreciate it. Next is Anti and Sus. I don't think he does YouTube as much as everyone else, but he's a really cool Roblox player. Nice to see him join every once in a while. He likes to play games and stuff. Just generally enjoyable to play with. He's not mean. He's just not annoying. He's a good friend. He's a good friend. That's all I can really say. There's nothing wrong that he does. Same thing goes for Bert. We all know who Bert is. He doesn't really do YouTube. He does have a YouTube channel, but I'm just gonna put his Roblox avatar because he uses Roblox more. Thank you for being a friend, Bert. I really appreciate it. This is genuinely like a section where I can thank you all because I don't think I do it enough anywhere else. So why not here? Next is Eggman. You are a really cool and kind person. Probably the nicest person I've ever met. You always try to help when somebody is feeling down, and I just appreciate it. Next is Shaddix. You are a really cool dude to hang out with. I appreciate all the races, man. And yeah, you're pretty much always there if somebody wants to like hang out or something. Really nice to play Survive the Disasters with you too. Next is Esta. I don't know if anyone knows how to pronounce his name, but you're a really cool artist. I enjoy your artwork, and some of the CSS content that you make is really cool, and I enjoy watching it, so thank you for being awesome, man. Next is MST. You're a pretty cool and creative content creator. I like the videos that you make. You're pretty cool. I watch your videos every now and then for a good laugh. Make some pretty cool challenge videos and all that. And then last but not least is Virus. You got to put Virus on this list. There's no way you can not give a shout out to the creator that pretty much made your Roblox career. All I pretty much play on Roblox is CSS, aside from a few other games, but even Survive the Disasters is made by you, so I want to thank you for making these awesome games. Allowed me to meet a bunch of cool people that I like to call friends. Friends are cool, and it's really hard to explain. You pretty much brought me into Roblox. I played other things on Roblox at first, but I really stuck to Roblox when I found these games. So I appreciate all the hard work that you put into these games that you make, and hope that you never quit. Don't ever quit developing. It's really cool thing to developing a game is really cool, and I'm slowly getting into development. It's really hard. It can be cruel, but it's always satisfying to see your finished project, and I appreciate you putting all the work into these games. I don't really think you're going to see this, but I appreciate all of you that I just listed. You are all really cool, and I'm glad that you guys are really friendly, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say. You guys are just really cool people. Well, thank you all. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I spent a little bit of work, pretty much all of my morning making this. Again, thanks to all the people who helped me make it, and I'm pretty much done. Now for the sponsor of our video.